Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Some news coming in from West Bengal where the CBI seems to have unearthed another scam. So there could be more trouble as far as the Mamata Banerjee government is concerned. After the education scam which led to the arrest of Partha Chatterjee, CBI sources now indicating to us here at CNN News 18 that there could be another scam happening. And this is as far as a municipality recruitment scam is concerned, where CBI sources once again telling us here at CNN News 18 that they believe that a lot of crucial documents are missing on the ground. Investigation is currently on. The TMC has also now responded saying this is nothing but false allegations and vendetta politics. Before we bring in our colleague, let's take a look at some reactions.
It is nothing but a false allegation being given out of political vendetta. Trinamool Congress believes in zero tolerance to corruption, and these investigating agencies, they are being used as political tools by BJP when they are failing in fighting politically, when they are losing their political ground every now and then. They are more depending on these investigating agencies, and by using these agencies they are simply trying to malign our Trinamool Congress government. That's why they are doing this type of false allegation they are making.
मूली की तरह सारे के सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स जला दिया गया. जितना सारे म्युनिसिपल एरिया में आप जाओगे, लोकल तृणमूल वर्कर्स दे आर सेइंग दैट वी हैव बीन डिप्राइव्ड. बाहर से लोगों को लाया गया. हम सॉल्ट लेक का एक स्कूल से एक दिन में 250 8 सर्टिफिकेट इशू कर किया. एक म्युनिसिपैलिटी में 292 jobs have been sold out. Out of them, 29 जिसका कोई पेपर भी नहीं है. उस म्युनिसिपैलिटी में भी टीम गया हुआ था, उसको कुछ नहीं मिला. ये इंफॉर्मेशन तो म्युनिसिपैलिटी का जितने एम्प्लॉयज है वो बोल रहे हैं खुलेआम. और आज ये आरोप से भाजपा नहीं लगा रहा है, दूसरा किसी विपक्ष पार्टी नहीं लगा रहा है. जो तृणमूल कांग्रेस का वर्कर्स है वही बोल रहे हैं.
Let's also now bring in our colleague Kamalika Sengupta, who's joining us on the broadcast. Kamalika, this could be more trouble as far as the Mamata Banerjee government is concerned. What are sources within the CBI telling you? What could be the magnitude of this scam?
Well, this municipality scam is also as big as the education scam. That's what we are getting it from our sources in agency. Because it is not only 14 municipalities which is there, which has been raided. There can be raids in more other municipalities too. Because this person, this Oyunshil, actually what happened? It all happened that when the education scam investigation was taking place, then through the investigation, one person was arrested by the ED who was working as a middleman, whose name is Oyunshil. Now when his house was raided, then it was seen that he was running a company which used to do the government recruitment. It was working as an agency to the government, various offices in government recruitment is concerned. Okay. It's to prepare OMR sheets and other things, other nitty-gritties of this recruitment. Now, through this office, that's what the sources in the agencies are saying, that two scams took place. It's not only the education scam, it is also that the recruitment which took place in the municipalities, there also same type of corruption and same type of money-taking business took place. Okay. That means one job equivalent.
So this could be as big as far as the education scam is concerned. The TMC just saying this is vendetta politics. Kamalika, unfortunately, we'll have to leave that conversation there. Moving on, as far as the origins of the COVID-19 outbreak or pandemic is concerned, one of the theories that has been floated time and again is that this virus, in fact, was created in a lab in China. Now, for the first time, a whistleblower has also come out and reiterated exactly these claims. He, in fact, has spoken to one of the researchers at a Wuhan lab has gone on to claim that he and his colleagues were asked to test as many as 4 strains as far as the COVID-19 pandemic were concerned and to check their severity on human beings. That researcher then spoke to a whistleblower who's finally now broken his silence with Jennifer Wang. I spoke to Jennifer Wang earlier in the day. Let's take a look. In fact, have interviewed the researcher, but your whistleblower has. So I want to first begin by helping our viewers understand who is Shan Chao and what are the big revelations that he's made as far as the origins of the COVID-19 outbreak is concerned.
Shan Chao is a researcher of Wuhan Institute of Virology, and he was actually recently promoted to the vice director of the P4 lab of Wuhan Institute of Virology. So he spoke to my interviewee back in March from March to April in 2020 and made some very shocking revelations. The most shocking one, of course, was that he directly involved in testing and screening from 4 coronavirus, which were given to him by his supervisor back in February 2019, and for him to test and to select one that can infect as many species as possible, which means he need to compare which one is the most infectious, and then he selected one. So he finished his test in May or June of 2019. So that was the most, of course, shocking revelation he made to my interviewee, and he is explicitly used the word bioweapon, and he believed that what he was doing was to create bioweapon. So that's the most shocking piece of a revelation he made or claim he made to my interviewee. It's already completed. So his task was just to select the one that is best. But he, of course, said this is artificially engineered.
How were he and his colleagues made to test this strain, and where all were they sent?
I did ask my interviewee, did you notice any increase of infections in Xinjiang area? And he said yes, because in the spring, there were only 2 provinces in China which has very little cases, which is in Xinjiang and Xizang, because they are very less populated area. But in the summer, the cases in Xinjiang suddenly jumped.
You're saying that all of this conversation happened in 2020.
Yes, he said that in April 2020, Shan Chao sent messages to my interviewee. He said he was already on the plane, and the plane was going to fly to Xinjiang, and he was sent to Xinjiang to do health checks to the Uyghurs who were detained in the re-education camp. So that the surface messages he sent to my interviewee.
Shifting our focus then, before we wrap this edition of Nation at 5, the U.S. Coast Guard has found what they claim could be human remains as far as the Titan sub is concerned. Remember, this had 5 people on board. Let's take a look at this report. It's a wrap from my side. Thanks a lot for watching.
A Canadian-flagged ship brought ashore debris from the Titan submersible on Wednesday that imploded while on a voyage to the century-old wreck of the Titanic earlier this month, killing all 5 people on board. Shattered fragments were pulled up by a crane off the Horizon Arctic vessel and onto a truck at the St. John's Harbour in Newfoundland. The debris is expected to shed more light on the cause of the catastrophic implosion that killed everyone on board. OceanGate Expedition CEO Stockton Rush, British billionaire Hamish Harding, Pakistani-born business leader Shehzad Dawood, and his 19-year-old son Suleiman. And, beyond that, French oceanographer Paul-Henri Nargeolet. It was not immediately clear where the debris was headed. Canadian and United States authorities have in the past week announced investigations into the incident, which has raised questions about the unregulated nature of such expeditions. The deep-sea submersible operated by OceanGate Expeditions was discovered in pieces on the seabed, some 488 meters away from the bow of the Titanic, by a robotic diving vehicle last week, ending a multinational 5-day search for survivors.